What's up, guys? I am definitely excited for this one. This is the Fat Squid from what looks like, I thought it was R&L EDC based on the Facebook group, but we've got rainandlackdesigns.com. Had no idea there was a website. Cover up this label. This box has had an interesting transit from China. We'll see how it is. See if I can get all this out of here without showing an address. Good and clear. So Rain design here. Fat Squid, Tungsten number 20, 915. Nice. Got some extra grips with this one. Ah, little pouch. That's kind of cool. Throw this plastic bag in my drawer down here. Check this thing out. Just a simple pouch with a pocket inside. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and open these guys up. Got some titanium grips to go with this thing. And they are of the, I'm gonna call them ray gun style. I wasn't too sure about these, but we'll see how they are. They were pretty much thrown into this spinner. They asked if I wanted them, and I said yes. Oh wow, that's some strong adhesive. All right, let's get this bubble wrap out of the way. Pull this down. Ooh, and I need to get out my, being so finicky. I'm not even gonna unpack everything because I'm so excited about this, but I'm gonna get my amaryllis out. And the moonlight. Look at this thing sticking to the table. Some good, oh, gross. Is that on my hands? Hang on. I just got some alcohol. I just don't want this getting on other things. Okay. And let's make sure not to get it on the spinner. Ooh, it's chunky. Oh, and these grips are so unique. I haven't even spun it yet. Dang. This is pretty cool. Can't wait to get a full ceramic in it. Let's see, before I say anything, I think the bearing might just be dirty, honestly. Let's take a peek. What kind of bearing do we have in here? This is like a Fushi style. Oh, these buttons are, wow, that takes a lot of work to dish out the backside here. That's like some weight reduction and some noise added. That is cool. I'm gonna blast this bearing out with this alcohol that I just so conveniently grabbed. I'm pickier than most bearings. And then headphone users, hold your ears a second until you see me come back. I'm gonna turn the hairdryer on and blow this thing out. All right, I could even feel that getting smoother whenever I was button spinning and drying it right there. So before I start swapping around buttons and bearings, spend a little more time with this thing with a freshly clean bearing. That definitely feels better. It feels like there could be a slight imbalance I was trying not to say it a second ago. I wanted to clean it first. I'm hoping it's just the bearing that feels a little bumpy or something. I definitely feel something that I don't love. Gyro forces are cool and it's really comfy, but I feel a little hum or something. It really could just be the bearing, because I don't see... Is it shaking a little? It might have a slight imbalance. It could just be the bearing. We will see in a second. Let me put this, these titanium buttons on here. These in here just loose. Yeah. That seems to be like what a lot of people and makers do. I, on the other hand, I want them to be one piece. I don't know if you saw me fiddling with that on the tungsten one up there. So these are, yeah, titanium with a anodized finish, like a greased anodized finish. And they're the ray gun style, so they've got the parting cuts. Not quite as much grip security as with these. These have a nice deep dish to them and the bumps. These might be really cool on something with a ceramic bearing, to where they can really get some noise going out of them. Let's pull this down. Doing all this work on the wood table. I love how I do that with a workbench. This one's in there pretty good. I'm curious about this just because I really like these buttons. They're comfortable. Oh, why are we hitting? Ah, they're maybe a little too big. That's okay. Just barely touching on the edges there, yeah. Oops, not a big deal. So it takes some higher clearance buttons. What do these measure out to? I don't have my highest precision calipers here. 23.8. Yeah, so those are 24.5. So yeah, 0.8 millimeter difference, 0.6, 0.7. Can't math. Okay, let's go for, I want to go for a bearing swap. I love full ceramic bearings and my tungsten spinners. So let's do that. Oh yeah, hang on. I wanted to do this too. That's a unique feel. Interesting. Yeah, I've never really messed with grips like this that are so tall and thin and have so little mass to them, but that's unique for sure. Okay, let's put those up here. I'll do them like that. Reassemble this bad boy. It'll be a really fair comparison once I get a ceramic bearing in. That thing's just a ripper. Gotta say, I also really like this card. And now that we're almost 10 minutes into the video, this has a stone washed finish and is flamed black. A lot of these are coming in just the, why do I struggle screwing this M4 post together? M4 is usually really easy. Yeah, most of these just have a machine finish. Hear that? We got some squeaking. Oh, I just shifted the bearing, I think. Good thing I was about to do a bearing swap, huh? Nice. Oh, all right, let's dig in. I was gonna actually try to ride that out a little longer and maybe talk about the thing, but not anymore. Okay, let me put this up, because I gotta say the OG buttons that it has are really nice. Get this this bag that I just so conveniently tossed. Where is it? This is a good bag. Protect this guy. These are really nice buttons, but maybe not quite my style. I don't feel secure enough. So, hey, comment below if you've seen me do bearing swaps and you're actually going to watch me do yet another one. I just want to know if you like it, you want to see more. Oh wow, I didn't even. Okay, yep, that just fell on out of there. So is this an actual Fushi bearing? I just love to see if it's actually written on the side. I think that company on Amazon gets whatever bearings these are and then just lasers it on the side. It's pretty clean. Where's my little razor? Let's see if we got some kind of Loctite or glue to scrape out. So is this like a really light press fit? Because there's nothing to get out of there. So let's grab a fresh all ceramic. This is not one I have opened yet. Some of these I've opened and tested and things, and yeah. So clean up this little plate here. It's got some undried Loctite on it. Is this even actually gonna need to use this one? This has a like a concave bit of a surface to it, I think. So this doesn't fit totally flat on there. This will just hug around the bearing hole and give it a good flat surface to mate up to. So let's see what this does first. Put that on. I always like to test the assembly without Loctite first, because this didn't have any in it. So is this a press fit spinner? This is looking like a press fit spinner. Interesting. Everything's all good and lined up. It's definitely taking some force to get it in there. Pretty secure. Okay, cool. I actually really like press fit spinners as long as they're not crushing the bearing. There can be a balance, a really nice balance. Did that even go? Did I press down all the way? Hang on. Something just looks a little funny. Let me see what it does if it shifts from here. No, we're good. Almost looked like it was protruding. The bearing wasn't flush on one side, but was flush on the other. I think it's just the chamfering and the black on black messing with me a little bit. All right, this one is feeling a little loose. Put up my 2 mil. I knew it was loose, I couldn't get it out earlier. Once this bearing is in here, and I'm sure it's in here, I'm gonna get the scales out and weigh configured weights. Man, what's going on there? Tungsten on ceramic doesn't agree very much. Hands are a little sweaty. Spray some 99% alcohol on my hands. It's great for my health. Good for my spinner spinner control and grip. All right, there we go. And it's smooth now too. Yeah, that bearing was just in crooked or something. My hand is still very slippery. What is going on? I'm literally not able to get like power rips on this thing right now, like I was a second ago. There it goes. Do you hear that difference? I would encourage you to go back like 10 and 15 seconds to listen to that initial snap speed difference. So this thing's really comfortable. There are no hot spots. With every spinner, tri-spinner, I have to find where I like to have my finger apply the preload. It's different on all of them. It's different on every spinner, but I feel it's more critical on the tri-spinners. To get that, I don't know, I guess the forces that you want to get out of them to feel high gyroscopic forces. I'm not very good with my words today. Can you tell? Sorry for the banging. Trying to clean up just a hair. Let's see. For that little... I'm trying to decide what I want to do with that bearing. I think I have a graveyard of these... Whoa. These stainless steel kind of cap stock bearings. I'm just gonna put it right here beside some other ones. These are mostly all bearings out of spinners I've received that yeah. Scale. Let's get the scale out. I didn't forget. No, not at all. Oh man, I've been awake for 12 hours already. It's 4:25, almost 13 hours. 187. 158, wow. And this guy is like 104. What is it? What's just the body weight? Curious, because this is a chunker. 147, wow. Yeah, there's a lot of tungsten in this thing. Versus 113. This one's not gonna have a whole lot of weight here. Do you remember in that last video where I was having these out and I said, sometimes that button sticks? You just saw it. It just stuck. That last time it just fell right on out. Okay, 88. 113. 147. It's a beast. Put the buttons way. 40. These are like 50 something. Oh, 44. Similar. So it's really just the chunky it's a heavy body. Wow. Okay. It's basically 150 gram body weight. This thing's almost 190 grams total. I mean, I really like it. I am wishing I could get a little more. It's my sweaty hands. Can you see right now? I had some caffeine and we're about to go to a concert. I'm just being real with y'all. I don't really want to go. It's like late in the evening and I'm tired. It's a really long drive. There's gonna be a lot of traffic. Like, I don't have a lot of anxiety, but like, I got a little anxiety about this. That's what this is. That's gotta be what this is. My body knows what's coming. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna really try to have fun anyways. I just want to be home walking barefoot with my dogs, not wearing shoes in a city surrounded by a bunch of people. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. Whoa. Yeah, if I can't spin this thing right. Super slick hands right now. Such a... not the greatest impression first thing on this with me having sweaty hands to give to you guys. So I really like it, and it is a really good spinner. It's very, very comfortable. Pretty easy to start, stop. It's definitely not as fast as either of these, but I mean, go figure, because these are so much lighter. Especially the body weight on this one. And where the weight is. And the moonlight is really something special. I love how this thing looks too. That was a slow spin. Yeah, I'm struggling to find where to get the most leverage and the most rips. Like the most power for the super satisfying grips. I'm getting them every now and then, but I'm not exactly sure how I'm generating that speed. Oh, maybe that's it. I need to have this as far forward. A lot of the times I have it pointing, okay, the arm that I'm pulling on, the weight I'm pulling on, a lot of the times I have it pointed towards the ground. This one, I'm finding, if I point it, you know, over at like 7 o'clock, 7:30, I got a little more pull length. Okay. Man, okay. All right. See, I just got to spend a little more time with it and learn those points. Oh, I want to go on a walk and do some warps with this thing. I might even take it with me this evening. We'll see. It is so heavy. That's one reason I wasn't going to take my edamame this evening. Everything I'm actually going to take with me, I was carrying in here. I've already packed up. I got my wrapped, got the puffer crash, the fuse, Makume and superconductor top C's, and I had the Amaryllis in there. So I don't really bring tri-spinners with me that often. So do I want to bring the Amaryllis, or I want to bring the Squid? Right now it's telling me the Squid. My gut's telling me the Squid. Does it fit? It does. And, really sorry, but while we're here, as in, here we go, let's look at that button getting stuck again. I'm gonna clean this bearing. It's just a little on the dirty side, I think. So, headphone users, again, bear with me a second. Wait until I'm back. And here comes the hair dryer. Yeah, I think it's still cooking from where I button spun it. I haven't cleaned this bearing in a while, but if I recall, when I put it in this Amaryllis, I was gushing over it. This is one of those Goldilocks bearings of the batch. But I dropped it, the spinner, on the porch, actually pretty hard. Hasn't felt the same quite ever since. But I think it's actually, it was just dirty. Because now it seems great. Sounds the same, but I can feel that it's slightly smoother. Okay, let me do some wrapping up thoughts on the Fat Squid. So, yeah, it's all tungsten. It's number 20. Rain Designs or Rain and I threw the box. Rain and Lake, right? Is that what it said? Where did that box even go? I literally threw it. It's not anywhere I don't see it. Now I'm just looking because I am blown away that I... Oh, there it is. Ah. Rain and lack, not lake. Glad I got the box. Sorry about that, man. Green and gold. It's really like my favorite color combo. It's really, really awesome. I didn't try. Man. Can you tell? Can you tell I'm tired? Can you tell I'm all over the place? I can sure tell. I just have one thought and then it dies, and then I'm on to the next thing right now. Let's try these not ray gun titanium buttons now that I have a ceramic bearing in here. Should give it some noise. Interesting. What am I feeling there? Felt like a little shift or something. I don't know, there's no way I shifted that bearing. So I like this sound and the feel that I'm getting out of these buttons. They're titanium. I can't remember if I said that. Really cool feedback coming out of this thing now. I just wish they had a deeper dishing. They're a little slippery for me. These buttons here, the original buttons, I really like them a lot. They're quite unique. I mean, the machining shape for one. I mean, I guess that is the reason they're so unique. Every bit of machining about them is rather difficult, honestly. Like doing this backside, like that's pretty extra. There's not a lot of spinners that have that. Use this cork board, tighten her down, give it some button spins too. Heavily machined buttons, see how their concentricity is. Looks pretty good to me. So yeah guys, that's the Fat Squid from R&L EDC. Rain and Lack Designs. The guy's name is, I'm gonna butcher this, I'm sure, but Sukitar on Facebook, Sukitar. I'm not sure of the last name, I'm blanking on that, but yeah, I'll have a link in the description to his group. Check him out. He had great communication, and it had great shipping speed also. Coming from China, there's so many different services it seems that they can use. He uses the 4PX, so maybe some of you guys are familiar with that order fidgets. A lot of the companies and guys from China seem to ship out with 4PX with pretty good speed. This one was no exception. Got transferred to USPS, and it got here pretty quick once it hit the States. I mean, it even got here quick before it hit the States. Moved through China and overseas rather quickly. Last closing thought I'll say is I still wish I could get a little more speed out of it. But honestly, come on, Gavin, use some words. That's probably because this is the heaviest spinner body in my collection, and maybe that I've still ever used. This thing's almost 200 grams. Just the body alone. Was what, 150? I think that's right there with the edamame. But the weight distribution is a little different. I think I have a higher moment of inertia here. So I'm really having to get it moving. And it stays moving once it's moving, you know? So, yep, alright, I'm done blabbing. Thanks for watching. Bye.